Problem number 2. There are 7 ounces of sugar in a 16-ounce box of Honey Hunks cereal. What percent of Honey Hunks cereal is sugar? Round to the nearest percent. So we have percent and ounces. We've got 7 ounces and 16 ounces. 16 ounces is the whole box. I put the ounces in the wrong place. I wonder how many of you noticed that. I went to all the trouble of making a table and then put the ounces in the wrong column. 7 ounces, 16 ounces. 16 ounces is the whole box, so that's 100% of the cereal. We're trying to find what percent the sugar represents. And so I have x over 100 equals 7 over 16. My cross product equation would be 16x equals 100 multiplied by 7. 16x equals 700. And then we use the property of equality, multiplicative inverse, to find x. So 700 divided by 16. 4 16ths is 64. And my difference is 6. Bring down to 0. If 4 16ths is 64, I don't have enough for another 4 16ths. 3 16ths is 48. That leaves me with 12. I reveal my decimal and my 0/10ths, which was always there, just wasn't showing. Line up my decimal in my quotient. And how many 16s in 120? Well, if there are 4 16ths, if 4 16ths is 64, we don't have 8 because that would be too many, probably 7. 7 16ths is 70 and 42 is 112. Which, when I see this remainder of 8 and realizing that 8 16ths is a half, it makes me realize that this next digit is going to be a 5. But if we're rounding to the nearest percent, I didn't even need to go that far. Because if it's 43.7, the nearest whole percent would be, I'm closer to 44% than I am to 43%. So 44% would be the answer. And that seems like a reasonable answer to me because if 8 ounces were sugar, that would be half the box. That would be 50%. We have just a little under 50%. And so I feel really good with that 44%. So I'm going to cross off 44% right there.